Life is full of peaks and valleys, and perhaps no one knows that better than former Tennessee and WNBA star Chamique Holdsclaw. She grew up playing basketball with a few familiar names, and tonight she's sharing her story.
I grew up playing with guys like Metta World Peace and Lamar Odom because back then, a lot of girls didn't play the game of basketball. My grandmother always told me if this is something you enjoy, to stick with it, and that's what I did, and I went out there and I gave it my best.
Chamique Holdsclaw's best was good enough. She won 4 state titles in high school, and offers to play in college started pouring in. She chose to go to Tennessee, where she won 3 national championships under legendary head coach Pat Summitt.
When you think of a coach, it's a person that knows how to balance. When I stepped on that court, it was business. I mean, she yelled at me, she pushed me to become the best that I could be. I got some clipboards thrown at me in the process, but as soon as I crossed those lines and headed to the locker room, she would hug me, she would encourage me, tell me the things that I did wrong.
After college, Holdsclaw's success on the court continued. She was drafted #1 overall in the 1999 WNBA draft and went on to be a 6-time All-Star. She also played on the national team at the Sydney Olympics and won.
To have a gold medal, you're not the best in the state, you're not the best, nationally, you're the best in the world.
While her life seemed perfect, behind the scenes, she was struggling with depression and had thoughts of suicide. In 2012, everything came crashing down.
Aggravated assault, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
She was arrested after smashing her ex-girlfriend's car window in and firing a gun in the back of her car. But in Holdsclaw's darkest days, she could turn to Coach Summitt.
So I remember going down to Knoxville, and this is after she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's and early onset dementia. So I'm sitting there, and she's like, Holdsclaw, it's okay. We're going to get through this.
Once her life felt back on track, she knew she wanted to share her story. And at first, she says it was hard to open up about her struggles, but now she has talked to thousands of people.
It's a blessing, in my life to be able to help so many people. I travel the country, well, actually the world, speaking to so many groups and being able to have an impact in these young people's lives.
Today, other people are the ones opening up to her, and she knows she's found her purpose.
One of our U.S. troops, he sat there, he told me it's times, after he got back from war, he got his leg blown off, that he sat there with his .45, wanted to put it to his head and pull the trigger, and how someone like me, inspired him to work his process and get the help that he needed. Now, if that doesn't show you, who God is and faith, what does? So that's why I do what I do.
If you want to learn more about Holdsclaw and her battle with mental health, check out her documentary Mind Game that was released last fall.